But anyway, get this. This arrived in a letter at my home through the letterbox, OK?
Oh, yeah.
It's got a load of Chinese writing at the top. Then it's got an email address.
Has it actually got like a stamp and everything on it?
No, it's not. Yeah, I'll show it to you.
No,
sir.
I mean, did the envelope have a stamp on it?
Well, I brought the envelope with me. It's just like an ordinary envelope with a mark on it.
No, but you know how sometimes they claim that it's come from some particular country, but you can look at the stamp and see where it actually came from.
I think it came from England, to be honest, although it's supposed to have come from China. But anyway, listen to this. So it says, Dear Michael Parry, my name is Yu Ma, spelt Y-U-E, and the new word Ma, OK?
Yeah.
I'm contacting you in relation to the late John Parry. I've never heard of John Parry.
No,
I don't know any John
either.
Parry. There wasn't one in my family. Right, I worked for him as his private investment manager, and in the few years prior to his death, invested substantially in various opportunities, right?
Uh-huh.
After a few years of profit-making, he instructed that all the money be collected together into a single bank account, and I arranged with a specialist bank here in China, so he's trying to make out this letter's come from China, to secure the money in a single account shortly after he died. I assumed his relatives have since made claims, only to get a phone call from the bank a few weeks ago that John's funds remain unclaimed. The money will go to the government if nobody claims it.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Now, he's saying the bank used international people finders to locate any relative of John, but they failed to locate any. Hence, I've taken the initiative to make inquiries myself in the process.
That's good of him.
I have been provided with your details. I propose that we don't allow this money to go to the government and work together to legally secure this money in full compliance with the new laws in China.
Oh, yeah.
Kindly write back to me on the estate of the late Mr. Parry. Kindly keep this communication confidential. Do not tell other people.
Does that mean you probably shouldn't talk about it on the radio?
Maybe.
You might have blown your opportunity.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Due to its sensitivity, as we do not want this inheritance to fall into the wrong hands. You, Ma. And then there's an email address, right? And I suppose what happens now is I get taken in by this scam, and I reply to the email and say, thanks very much for your letter, this is fantastic. How much money are we talking about?
But are they not asking you to send them money at this point then?
Well, no, because what happens, I suppose, next is when I say, gosh, how much money's involved, then I say, well, there's 4.5 million, you can have half of it, so you can have 2.25 million.
Just give us your bank account
Just
details.
give us your bank account details. And then they normally say, don't they, probably, there will be a £500 surcharge to facilitate the transfer of the money.
Normally it says that in the initial letter.
Yeah, well,
please send £100 so that I can get your bank account number and send money back to you.
What I can't understand is how can these people think that anybody is so thick, so ignorant, so
the problem
stupid
is, but you know
as
what?
to respond to some amateurish attempt like this to give away my personal details so they can rob me of every penny I've got and whip off into the night with, the money I've spent my whole life earning.
Well, I think I think what they do actually is they target older people because a lot of older people.
But I'm not old.
Well, you are.
No,
actually,
I'm not.
I've got
No, I'm
news
not.
for you.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever looked at one of those forms when you fill out and it says what's your age bracket and it goes 20 to 30 or 21 to 31, 31 to 41, 41 to 51. 51 to 61.
No, I've never seen one of those. No.
Well, I mean, I think when you find yourself getting into the category which ends with a 6...
Well, hang on.
You're in trouble.
Hang on. I don't fill in any forms like that. Why would I fill in forms like that?
Well, if you're doing a questionnaire of some kind...
No, I don't do them. I've got everything I want in life. I don't need anything else, so I don't fill in questionnaires because I don't apply for anything. I don't need it. I don't need to buy a television on HQ... I
filled one in on a bus the other day. Which was just because there was somebody standing on the bus. I mean, you say that I never do anything for anyone.
Yeah.
I got on a bus the other day, and there was two people standing giving out, little questionnaires like,
I never fill them in.
Where did you get on? Where are you going? How do you like the bus service?
Hospitals send me questionnaires all the time. How was your treatment on your last visit?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Why don't you fill it in?
Because I'm not doing that. I'm not giving away information.
Well, that would be helpful to them.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not interested.
You're paranoid, aren't you?
No, I'm not paranoid. It's just
yes, you are.
No, I'm not giving away information like that. So I don't. I just bin it all.
Information like what?
Well, how I feel.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I don't want...
You think that's confidential?
Well, I don't want people to know how I feel. I think
we can look at you and tell how you feel.
No. As far as I'm concerned, how I feel is a matter for me and my brain and my conscience.
Well, why don't you just lie on the form like you would do in normal life?
Because I don't want to mislead anybody. If I lie on those forms, it might misguide them and they might make a decision about health treatment,
they're only trying
which is the wrong one, and it might kill somebody, and I don't want that on my conscience.
They're only trying to refine their customer service, though.
Well, I mean, they can refine it without my help. They just don't need my questionnaire to be filled in because I think it's
because you don't want to tick the box that says 51 to 61.